Hi everybody, this is Pam with Jesusjunkjournals, and we're going to go on with our mark journal today. And I'm going to make the notepad today. So it's this sheet, and there's actually two tops, so you can make two notepads, and I think I will do that. And then the other thing you're going to want is paper to put in the notepad. And so I have already cut with a paper cutter sheets of just copy paper that are just slightly, not as slightly less wide. Well, some of those look like they're exactly the same width. As long as they don't stick out, it's okay. I think that'll be all right. And so this is just pristine paper, which, you know, you could use your distress ink if you want to. I'm not going to do that. But what I am going to do is I'm going to take some other papers and cut a few sheets and just kind of mix those in just for interest. And so this is one where I just took a stencil and sprayed mica spray over it on some copy paper. And this one I took a plastic placemat and sprayed coffee through it and let it dry. So that's what those are. So let me cut these out and then I'll be right back. Okay, I am back. I got these cut out and I'm going to go ahead and ink. Actually, no, I'm going to score them first, I think, and then ink them because I want to ink the folds. So get my scoring board out here. And you know, if you guys don't have every little, you know, piece of equipment, don't worry about it. I didn't have a scoring board for the first like 3 years I did this. I just took the back of an X-Acto knife and I'd put my ruler down and I just dragged the X-Acto knife back across it and it would work. So there's a lot of things you can do without buying all this stuff at once. I will say though that I was like, I don't need a scoreboard, but I love it. It really is a good thing to have. So eventually, if you keep doing this, you are going to probably want one. Okay, so there's that. Now these, what we're going to do is score it in the middle and then score it in the middle of that. So these are 2.5 inches. So you're going to do like 1 1/4 inches. And then you're going to do like 1/2 and 1/8, 3/8. So, no wait. Is that 3/8? 5/8. Sorry. Yeah, 5/8. And then what's 1 1/4? So 2/8 and 5, 7/8. 1 7/8. Okay, and actually it would have been easier to see that on the white side, but anyway. All right, so now I'm going to fold it in the middle, and then you just fold these sides in. And if for any reason they bind up, see how that one's folding? It's just, I didn't get it exactly where it needed to be. It's okay. Just trim it off a little bit so it doesn't bind, and it'll work. It'll be fine. See if that, yeah. That's fine. And then I'm going to go ahead and do this one too. So flip it over. And 2.5, so 1 1/4. And 5/8, so 2, 4, 5/8. And 1 7/8. Okay. And then fold it in. And this one's kind of sticky too, so I'm just going to trim it. I don't know if they're both that way or just the one. Nope, I think just one. So these are going to be the tops to the notepads. So I'm going to go ahead and ink them. And so the only part that shows is this one side of it, because I'm going to glue it in. So I'm just going to ink this And same with this one. And so now I need my paper, and like I said, I've got this paper cut. It seems to be in 2 chunks, so I'm going to take this much, and then what I'm going to do, because I want this cut, so what I'm going to do is take these papers and fold them in half. Hopefully those are, and then draw around them, and hopefully they are close enough. So we'll see. I could take the paper cutter and measure and carry on, but this is easier, so we'll see if I get away with it. Trying to cut just inside that pencil line. Okay, and then I'm going to take one of each and just put them in there, which not people may not even see it unless they use this notepad, but I know it's in there. And actually what I could do is do the top sheet, because it will show, so that might be fun to do. Maybe I'll just do that. And then this will get pushed up into the top piece like that. So I'm going to push it all the way up, and then I'm going to hold it, and I'm going to bring out the crocodile. Every time I use it, if you guys have watched my videos, you know you have to hear my story about I don't like the crocodile. I prefer to do the old-fashioned kind of grommets, but I do like this crocodile because it has a built-in paper punch here and here. One's small and one's big, and it punches through thick amounts of paper real easy. And it also has this guide that lets you measure from one end. Like I can put it in here. Let's see if I can show this to you. So it goes in to that far, and then I can see where it's going to be. So I center it top to bottom, this crossways here, and punch it, and then I turn this around and I can use that guide to make sure it's exactly that distance from the other end. Just need to get the paper out of it like that. Press it in, push it in all the way up to the guide, center it, and punch the hole there. So now all I have to do, I'm going to get a clip, is pick out a ribbon. So what I want to do is look at this signature that I'm going to put this in. This one will have the 4 flat box fold. Okay. So this will be the one. So I need to find a place in here that it can go. I mean, I could put it there. I think I'll put it here. I kind of like this lace here at the top, this trim, and then here's this ruffle over here. I like that, so I'm going to do that. So that means I need something that matches or coordinates here with color. So maybe a pretty turquoise ribbon. Okay, so let's see. I'm guessing here. Okay, so like that much maybe. So I'm just going to stick the ribbon through. Like that. Pull it so it's even. And that's not too bad though. And I kind of like it curly and like that. Don't want it that big. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it that big. Doesn't hurt anything. All right. And so now, ooh, my paper actually is, well, if I put that out, my paper's gonna stick out below that. Wow. Okay, I thought I had my paper cut to the right size. So I'm gonna have to cut it off. So what I'm gonna do, since I have to do it anyway, is I'm going to get my tearing ruler and just see if I can tear off just a little bit off of these, which will add a little bit of interest. All right, okay, so that didn't take too long and it looks very cool, I think. I like it. I'm kind of glad that happened because that looks pretty neat. Now we're just going to get the Fabri-Tac out. Put a good amount of that on there. And glue it onto the page, staying away from the fold. Oh, I just realized something. I forgot about my flap I've got. So I've got a flap. I need the ink. And I made it to go over one of these notepads. But I think I'll put it over the pink one since I've already glued this one down. Sounds like a good idea, right? I kind of think I would do that anyway because this one's a little too similar to it color-wise, so I kind of like that the pink would be a little bit more contrast. Sure, that's my story and I'm sticking to it. And then I'm going to do this edge. And I need to stencil, and so what I can do, since I'm going to use my pink, so this one, ooh, that glue's not dry yet. So now I actually have another notepad, right? So here it is. So I'm going to make it not quite as thick, I think, because I noticed that flap kind of has struggles to go over it. So just a few pieces of paper is all I need. And this one's been stamped. I'm going to do this. And actually, think I'll just put that on top. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and put that on top. Now I'm going to run into the same problem with this paper being too long, so I might as well go ahead. No, actually it was easier to tear it, I think, when it was bound, so I'm going to go ahead and bind it. Okay. All right, so I'm going to put this in there and do the same thing I did before, punch that. And clip it, and then I need to figure out where I'm going to put it. So I've got one in this one, so I don't want it in that one. So let me get this. And this has got, you know, this is going to be pretty thick with this. So what I could do is I can add it to this one. This has got a flap. So I don't want to do two flaps in that one. Okay, I'm going to put it on this one, and what I'm going to do is put it on this back paper so that it, when the signatures are together in the journal, it'll have more room to for the thickness. So then I need my need to put that there. And actually, it's not really going to cover it. It's not going to cover it. So I think what I'm going to do is just put this in here by itself and not try to put those two together. And then I will use this somewhere else. So I'm going to put this here. First, I'm going to use some ribbon. So let me find a ribbon I like. I'm going to go with this one. A little bolder color. Okay, so here we go. Same issue I had a minute ago. So here. Okay, so that's there, that's there. Okay, something like this. And I really like these notepads. I think they're so cute. Such a cool idea and real easy to make. And okay. All right, that looks pretty even. This one I'm going to trim a little bit, I think. All right, so I'm going to tear my paper real quick. Okay. Glue that on. And I'm going to glue this close to the edge and leave this room, because when this thing spreads out with all the contents, it's going to need to curve around to shut. And so this space right here is going to get eaten up pretty quickly. So you want it to be pretty close to the edge. Okay. All right. So there are the notepads. And I think I will quit for this video. And the next time I come back, I will put this somewhere and move on to the next item. So thanks for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.